after taxes and fees. We're also going with a lavish option, and this is the one that I found for the lavish option. You can see that this one is significantly more expensive. It is only for one night. Now, I did book this one a couple days ago because I was worried about it going out of stock a little faster. Not sure who's spending $1,000 on a night on a secluded bungalow, but the place looks pretty gorgeous. I mean, it's kind of a quintessential, it looks like a honeymoon, luxury, vacation rental. I think that this qualifies for a houseboat because it is floating. You need access by the water, and I mean, this one's kind of crazy. You get a concierge that will actually drop off the things for you out there. They are definitely a little more qualified in the photo department, but does it translate to a better stay and a more fun time? That's what we're trying to find out in today's video. I did receive a text message recently. They're going to talk to the host of the quote-unquote budget-friendly houseboat to go over check-in details. What that might include, I'm not quite sure, but we're going to get on a phone call together right now.
The perfect cup begins long before that creamy first sip. How good?
like recently Airbnb's been pushing for things other than just stays and experiences. And one of those types of experiences is houseboats. Now, I've stayed at some houseboats before on this channel, mostly in Canada, ones that I can drive myself. But I figured while I'm down here in the Florida Keys, it sounds like a pretty good and fun idea to stay on the water. One of the biggest issues with the Florida Keys is that we can run into very expensive hotels that lack views and honestly just seem kind of mundane. So I'm gonna see if grabbing a houseboat off of Airbnb, whether it's expensive or cheaper, is a better option. For the cheaper option, I found this boat earlier this morning. This one is labeled boat in Nrlcards, but I'm really not sure what to expect here. I mean, this photo was literally labeled no smells. It looks like we have a nice dinette area here. I think this one comes with another boat as well. And then here's the picture of our sleeping quarters. Alright, little kitchen. It's cool. This just feels like one of those listings that you're not sure what to expect. This is the budget option. This one comes in at just over $200 a night, which is just shy of what the minimum is after fees for hotels in the area. Of course, I'm including fees with the Airbnb as well, including cleaning and the taxes that Airbnb charges. Being remote in a boat sounds a little bit nicer than being in a hotel stacked on top of people, as long as the stay is nice. There was a 2-night minimum here, so we'll be honoring that, but after we take our total of $520 and split it into two, we're averaging just over $260 after taxes and fees. We're also going with a lavish option, and this is the one that I found for the lavish option. You can see that this one is significantly more expensive and is only for one night. Now, I did book this one a couple days ago because I was worried about it going out of stock a little faster. Not sure who's spending $1,000 on a night on a secluded bungalow, but the place looks pretty gorgeous. I mean, it's kind of a quintessential, looks like a honeymoon luxury vacation rental. I think that this qualifies for a houseboat because it is floating. You need access by the water, and I mean, this one's kind of crazy. You get a concierge that will actually drop off the things for you out there. They are definitely a little more qualified in the photo department, but does it translate to a better stay and a more fun time? That's what we're trying to find out in today's video. I did receive a text message recently. They're going to talk to the host of the quote-unquote budget-friendly houseboat to go over check-in details. What that might include, I'm not quite sure, but we're going to get on a phone call together right now. Before I left for Florida to try living on these houseboats for a few days, one thing I made sure I set up before I left on this Florida trip was Saily. Saily is an eSIM app that helps you stay connected in over 200 destinations without swapping physical SIM cards or dealing with expensive roaming fees. You just download the app, pick your data plan, install the eSIM, and you're good to go. While I'm traveling, especially somewhere new, I'm constantly using maps, checking reservations, uploading videos, and finding places nearby. When you're bouncing between airports, marinas, and little random coastal towns, having reliable data makes everything way easier. Saily also has global regional plans, 24/7 chat support, and built-in security features like web protection and an ad blocker that can help save mobile data. If you've ever been on a trip before, especially international, and you've struggled with being able to find maps or ways to access your phone, look no further than Saily. Before your next trip, you can download the Saily app and use my code MAV at checkout for an exclusive 15% discount on Saily data plans, or you can hit the link in my description. Thanks to Saily for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to the houseboat and see what other adventures we have in store.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, is this Linda?
Thank you for coming. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Hi. I should be down there either at 4 or an hour after, so between 4 and 5.
You should get in contact and then I'll reach you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Alright, well, I thought that was going to be way more involved. Just looking at the listing here, it looks like we're going to be having our own smaller John boat to be able to take out to the Airbnb, which is actually really nice. That's a huge perk to be able to go back to shore at our own accord. But yeah, alright, cool. Got the places booked. We're on this adventure together. My lovely girlfriend Yasi is going to be joining me. As I just mentioned, yesterday we just spent an awesome day out in the Everglades going for tarpon. We caught some sharks. So this is bound to be an equally fun and awesome adventure. Alright, so like I said, we booked the
It's sport. I've been reselling sports cars to well.
I'll go to you, Gordy, first up. You obviously knew more last week than you let on, because you were adamant about some of the stuff that had been written in the paper wasn't right.
Looks like they play against different transformers on there's different levels.
Standard third-person action game with voice acting. Alright, so next up is Transformers Dark of the Moon, Stealth Force Edition. So this one was actually the first one.
It's great to be a cat.
Like, bro, I almost just literally got arrested. Some little tourist information things here. That's the thing we walked past, but that was blocked off, you remember? That was epic. This is the plaza and the castle. Let's follow this around here. You know, I think when I walk through here, it reminds me a lot of when I done Alban in Switzerland. I went to a town, the town that'll pay you $100,000 to live there. And it's very beautiful. And it's up in a mountain, probably as high as this, and as difficult to get to as this was. And I walked around and it was very clean and looked functioning well, but it was empty. And I thought to myself the same thing that I'm thinking here. It's like, what would people do? Like, there's a lot of houses here. Like we're walking past thousands of residents. Thousands. Look at every window, look, bang, bang, boom. Oh look, there's thousands of residents that seem all operational, or at least well kept. What's their job? Like, what is their job? This door's open. Oh no, that's someone's house. You see, I don't know what to do. No. Oh yes, someone's toast. There's furniture in there. Alright, you see that's open, and I wanna be. adventurous. And it's like, oh, it's open. This is what an empty house looks like. And then I seen someone's shirt on the floor, and I looked up, there's all furniture and there's a light on. So I'm like, bro, I almost just literally got arrested. So I got to chill. I'm trying to be inquisitive and stuff, but at the same time, I don't know what's what, you know what I mean? Beautiful. Yeah, like all the houses, like even that door had stuff going on in it. So like they're fully functioning houses. There's a lot of residents here. Like, well, what's their work? What is their work? What are they doing? Like, what's the industry slash shop slash retail that's happening here? Where did we come up? Yeah, here, at church. Yeah, we come up here, and we walked to here already. There's a hotel, bar, there are bars, there's a bank. Where's the bank? That Euro sign is for bank. There, oh, the bank's right at the start where we got off the bus. Pharmacy, yeah. That's where we got off. I remember the pharmacy, supermarkets, ambulance. So if we follow this, we're close to the other side. So if we follow this around, oh, there's 4 kids down there. I'll let them be. I want to see this. Centro de Socioculture. Trying to read Italian or Spanish. Centro de Promozione Socio-Culturali. Cultural center? Center of cultural promotion? Something like that. It was a 14th century St. James Church. Is that it there? That's it. It is. That's a 14th century. So the doors used to be red. Now they're brown. It's a 14th century St. James Church. That's 1300s. It's 700 years old. Wow. But it's closed. Why tell me? Why tell me about it if it's closed? Yeah, it's closed. Context: 3 p.m. Wednesday. In case you're wondering if I've come at a bad time or. Oi. It's because it hit 3:30. Must do that. There's noise out of all the windows. In fact, I feel like there's more noise out of these windows than there was in the comparison I made in Switzerland, in the town in Switzerland. That's cool, that is. I don't want to spook them out, so I'll go down with my glasses camera. There's like 2 really old Italian ladies. Good. They're looking up at me already, spinning out. I can't even have the camera out. Without a heart attack. Hello. And they stop talking, they're just like looking at me. Look at these. Sketch as. Why did it have red tape at one stage? Let's go. Yuck, bro. Where am I? red tape wigged me out, bro. That's crazy little thing there, that. I hate that stuff. Oh, look at that view here. That's a crazy old passage right home. Look how old the house is it's under. It's underneath a full crazy old house. So the higher up you go, the older it is, because now that we're coming down, like you sort of go into like normal flats and houses and a road. If we follow this road, this road runs along the outside. If we follow this road and go, there's an Avis car rental. That's unexpected. Oh, look at the view we got on this side, lad. Well. Bro, that's quite, look at that. That's insane, bro. That's insane. That is insane. The thing is too, it's like,
What would you like to taste today?
Every coffee, a new world. Every sip, a new taste. Keep exploring with new virtual espresso. What else?
With Nrlcards every day, your next tap could unlock amazing benefits. Even lion.
Tried every allergy cure in the book? Perhaps so, 10. Think if a tablet works faster. I thought I knew California.
it's like, this is not like the only town of its sort in, you can see them, there must be so many. Remember on the train on the way here, we were seeing them, there's one there. There's one off in the distance to the right of it on the mountain behind, you won't be able to see that one, but there's one there. That's sort of like, no, but there's one there, look, on the side of the mountain. And I guess, going back to the reasoning that they were built, no. Like back in the days when invaders didn't have fighter jets and they were on horses and stuff like that, impeccable position. Like imagine being up here in these houses and just having a view of everyone coming. You should all have trained eyes, you'd have military guards. You'd see like not even a battalion, like 5, 10 rogue people, like coming across with horses, and you'd be like, that's out of place. That's not, you know what I mean? You'd be aware of them, throw rocks at them, like it said on ChatGPT. Like I could see hectic, you know what I mean? No mosquitoes, like being up here would be the classiest shit you could do. But yeah, nowadays in the modern times, other than having a nice view, having towns up this high and so far away from stuff is only really a disadvantage. And it's evident. It's evident. Like, we're not in third-world place, we're in Italy. And they're trying to give homes away essentially for free. The €1 is, it's just a legality. You know what I mean? Like, they're giving homes away for free, like, please live here, because the Italians are like, I can't live on a mountain, how do you live? Like, what do you do? The same in Switzerland, like the comparative I make. One of the most beautifulest, richest countries on earth, and they're paying you to live in their towns because same logic, you know. Anyway, I wonder. It makes me wonder. Like, will towns like this make it through it? I'm afraid that they won't, bro. Whatever process, whatever the word is like, oh, whatever that word is that we've transferred into new society. You know, there's some word, whatever it is, you know what I mean? But as that progresses and we become more and more city and like, you know, like the economy focused there and the livability will only be there of what's been happening over the, like probably the last 50 years to cause these places to be so desperate, it's only going to get worse. It's not going to get better. The world is not going to turn into a place where you can live into the mountains freely and not have to worry. Well, maybe it will. Maybe AI will take over every job of everyone in the city, so they become pointless. And maybe the controllers, the puppet masters of AI will all live in the mountains in places like this. Maybe they'll come up here, kick everyone out, kick all the peasants down into the city to rot away, and all the AI technicians will be living up in the mountains because they just work online anyway, so they may as well be high, and we'll be the mosquitoes to them. They'll be throwing rocks at us. Might do a full circle, and soon you couldn't even afford to live up here, bro. Mad binoculars, yeah. Yeah. So this is one of the most beautiful sights. Oh, Manza, 364 meters above sea level. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. I was actually interested in how high we were. Look at the little red bug. Bro, that's a money beetle. Look, that's a little money. You're a little money beetle. I haven't seen one of you since 1996, man. What's going on? Full money beetle. Hey. Money beetle, and you're trying to give away $1 homes, bro. You're in the wrong town, mate. What are you doing? Two years. There's two money beetles. What's happening, cuz? Look, Odds. Little red money beetle, bro. Get on me. Get on me. Sorry. How many money beetles are here? What's happening? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a money beetle infestation, 7. I'm so confused. I haven't seen a money beetle since I was a kid, like a 5-year-old. Money spider, money bug. I don't know what they're called. You know what I'm talking about, the little red things. Yeah, he's trying to take my money beetle. Well, relax, put a coin in. No one even wants to come to this town and you're trying to claim coins. You're lucky I'm even here. Give me a look, bro. I don't have no coins. You know what I mean? Put a coin in, settle down. Act like we don't have iPhone 17 Pros. I'll zoom there and record it in 4K, bro. Relax. Wish I had Lime scooters here. This is the point in the vlog. If you're a long watcher of Spanian vlogs, the deeper it gets. Like when you enter the 3/4 mark, this is the point in the vlog where I turn wacky in the head. I suffer an exposure, and I just turn wacky lad. We're here. There's a restaurant, but it's closed just behind us. Coffee shop. Coffee capsules. Coffee capsule shop. I like the Nespresso. But it's not Nespresso. It's its own brand, but you get what I mean. Right, like, alright, look. I'll say one thing. We just got off with a false impression, I would say, because we got off naturally. The bus stopped where things are working. They're working around the bus stop, and it gave me the impression like, bro, this town's pumping. We got off on the street, everything's open, people
Come on.
at the cafe, which is here in front of us, right? And I thought, wow, what a town, cuz. This is gonna be crazy, like this is gonna be mad. What a hectic town. I'd love to live here. And then you walk a lap around the town and nothing is open. Every single thing is closed. But this is legit the town centre, and this is the entirety of the town. The supermarket there, which is not open. Couple old fellas, the church is open, I'll say that. That's Avis. Alright. I thought it was Avis Car Rental. It's AVIS.